MMOs at launch have this special quality to them where there's this excitement around them that never comes again. Expansions come and go, and patches come and go, and people get excited about those, but launch night is a special night for an MMO.
We had a big countdown clock and professional musicians. And, yeah, it was very swanky.
We had this crazy ice sculpture that was on display, and they decided to look really cool if it had a fog machine effect to it. So some of the devs here set up the fog machine, and next thing we know, fire alarms are going off and we're being evacuated.
Nobody thought that it would actually set off a fire alarm, but it totally did.
My strongest memory of launch night was Mo. He got up and gave kind of an inspirational speech about it, and I seriously thought he might cry because he was so overwhelmed with the fact that these people in front of him had put this game together, this incredible, brilliant, gigantic game, and it was finally going to come out.
I remember the fog machine, I remember the wonderful singing, and Mo's speech was really amazing. I loved it.
And I remember standing there with Mo standing next to the TV, setting up for when we were going to turn the servers on and building up all the anticipation for it. And when we finally counted it down, said the servers were live, everyone just got totally silent and watched numbers start to climb, and it was awesome.
The thing that was probably the most fun about launch night was, one, seeing the entire studio come together and ship off this big game, right?
I remember Mo and Colin and other studio bigwigs, counting down the last few seconds until the game launched. It's always a neat moment to be there to see the first players pop into the world.
Half of us in QA were like, yeah, but we're like also moving quickly to our desks as they're doing the countdown, while the QA director are going, get to your desks, all hands on deck. We're about to launch this thing.
As they like pushed the button to launch everything, I like ran towards the stairs. I kicked the door open, slid down the stairs, jumped all the way down the stairs. We jumped in a car, and we only lived 5 minutes away. Drove home, jumped on the game, and started playing. And I think me and Mike Z didn't go to bed for like 3 or 4 nights.
I remember spending a lot of time in the Hall of Monuments, making sure my character was just pretty enough before I could go out in the world and be seen.
I camped myself in the apothecary in the human, right as he exited the human tutorial, and seeing that sea of players populated one at a time, and each of them had the cinematic marker over their heads, and so it was just this sea of markers.
We had staged all the QA people over all the different servers to be in all the different starting areas to see and introduce and congratulate everybody joining the game, which was an awesome time to see the very first people. Everybody was so thankful, everybody was so nice. It was an amazing time to, one, see again all your hard work come to actually seeing the first few people watching the game. That was an amazing time.
And then we formed a QA dream team in the PvP, in SPVP, so we could enjoy the one day that we might be the best at the game before all the players surpass us.
Get in there and see everybody playing all the content that we worked on for years was really exciting. And then, yeah, I stayed up until probably 4 o'clock in the morning playing the game.
At that point, I was really tired, so I didn't stick around to play. Instead, I got on the bus and went home, and the entire 40-minute bus ride, I was on my phone looking for like comments and things like that.
When the game launched, I was really interested to see what players thought of the story.
I was looking forward to hearing if people liked Fear Not This Night.
I mean, I think we're all just looking forward to hearing the feedback from the fans and seeing, all these years of work. What do people think about it?
I knew at that point that we were shipping something that was special to everyone in the company. And then seeing a bunch of people come in and appreciate it, it made it all worth it.
Just seeing like this world that I had known for several years, which had been pretty empty except for a couple of the beta weekends, and then seeing all of these people coming to the game to play was pretty impressive.
That's my most treasured memory from the whole experience of working here, is seeing the people come in and seeing this shared joy that we have.